Michael Shikha Niketan Higher Secondary Government-sponsored co-ed English medium school has taken an excellent initiative of teaching and make our students learn day-to-day lessons through audio and video in our YouTube channel. Teachers of all the subjects are working hard to enhance these online classes in the midst of this pandemic situation. It is a request to all the teachers, students and guardians to click the bell icon and subscribe our channel.
Good morning everyone. Today we are going to start with the first class of class 5. Okay, so today's chapter is environment and wealth, and we are going to start with the subject science. Okay, so what is today's topic? Today's topic is different natural wealth of different region. Clear? So if you can remember the map of West Bengal, so you will see, if you can remember the physical map of the West Bengal, what you will see, that in the north portion there is a snow peak mountain where the Darjeeling is situated. Okay, so in the north portion we are having the snow peak mountain. Clear? So whenever now, if we from the north, if we go towards the east, then what we will find? We will find the fertile and Ra region. Okay, fertile and Ra region, and this area is mainly famous for the cultivation. It is very suitable for the cultivation as it is a fertile land. Clear? Now from east to south, if we go towards the south, what we can find? We can find the mouth of the ocean. Clear? Now which ocean is present in the mouth, in the south portion of the West Bengal? Bay of Bengal. Everybody know about the Bay of Bengal because recently we have undergone the cyclone called Amphan, and it has been created or formed in the Bay of Bengal. So going from there, and now from the south, if we move towards the west, what we can find? We can find the Plateau region. Clear? The Plateau region. Everybody know about the Plateau region. Clear? Now what is famous in the Plateau region? Plateau regions are famous for mining. Clear? So we can find various kind of mining material like the coal, we can find over there. So now from this diversity, what we can assume or what we can conclude? See, we can conclude that the West Bengal has a diverse landform. Diverse landform means different kind of landform. Now, what is the difference? Now, if there is a different kind of landform, the difference will occur in every aspect. Now, what difference will occur in every aspect? The first of all, the texture of the soil. If you are moving from north to south, what is the first difference we can see? We can see the difference of the texture of the soil. Now, the next difference, slope, height and slope of the land. Of course, if we are moving from north to south, what we can find? The north is having the snow peak mountains, but we cannot find that snow peak mountain where? In the south region. So there is a huge gap in the height and of course in the slope of the land. Next, types of the forest. See, the environment or the temperature or the environment that can be provided in this area cannot be provided in this area. So there will be a difference in temperature. So difference in temperature, difference in environment will have the different kind of vegetation, and that will create the different types of forest. Next, wild animal. Of course, the animals which are habituated to live in the mountain cannot live in the ocean or cannot live near the ocean. So there is a huge difference in the habitation of the wild animal. Next, agricultural products. See, one of the most common example of agricultural product in the south region is what? Is the tea cultivation. Everybody know Darjeeling is very much famous for the tea cultivation, and that we cannot found in the south region or in the east or west region. Clear? Now, because of that, this agriculture. So now we will recall it another time. What are the different things that we can find in from while moving from east to west or north to south? Texture of the soil, height and slope of the land, types of forest and the wild animal, and the next one is agricultural product. Now from difference, what we can assume or what we can come to the conclusion? See, we can conclude that the nature's treasure and are the different in different places. Means, see, whatever we are getting from the nature, that is a gift or that is a treasure to us. Okay, that is very valuable to us. So, whenever we are moving from north to south or east to west, whatever we are doing, we are getting the different type of gift or different kind of treasures of the nature. Clear? Now, this topic is done. We will move to this topic. What is the next topic over here? Nature and human being together generate wealth. So, means nature and human being are getting integrated with each other. Okay, and they are generating the wealth. Clear? They are generating something very valuable. Now, how can we assume that? See, to go through this, what we have to see, we have to go through this flow chart. What happened? See, first when we came to the earth, we don't know about the fire. So, just because we don't know about the fire, what we used to do, we used to eat the raw food. Now, after the discovery of the fire, what we have started? We have started cooking the food. Okay, we have started cooking the food and by using this fire. Okay, now in order to cook a large amount of food together, what we need? We need a utensil, we need a container, and that container is done firstly with the mud. Because previously we don't know about the metal, that where metal is present or how can we extract it. So, what we are having the mud, we used to make the utensils with the mud. Now, after the discovery of the metal, what we have understood this, that see, we already know that the mud utensils are not, do not have that constant, we cannot use it constantly, right? They do not have the durability. So, in order to have the durability in the utensil, what do we need? We need the metal utensils. Clear? Now, metal utensils are good, but what happens now? This kind of fire, okay, this kind of fire, if we use for the utensil, we cannot cook food properly. So, we need a proper place in order to cook food. Okay, so now after that, what we have started? We have started discovering the mud pot. Okay, over there we used to put the fuel and we can cook food. Now, mud pot is another vulnerable thing. Why it is vulnerable? It is not possible for us to get the fuel each and every day. So, in order to have the stability in the fuel, what we have discovered? We have discovered this gas oven. Okay, now gas oven is used. We have started. We are very much habituated. Everybody is having the gas oven in their home. Now, in the gas oven, what happened? There is a first of all, it is little bit, while cooking in the gas oven, it has become little bit time consuming. Okay, so we don't have such time. So, and it is sometimes very dangerous also, it catches fire. Although all this has that tendency, but in this case, what we are saying that it is catches fire, it is time consuming. So, we have switched to these two options. Okay, first option is the microwave. Use the microwave, it is very much, it happens very quickly. Okay, we just have to set the time and it will get cooked. And another one is the induction. Induction doesn't have this tendency to catch fire. Okay, and moreover it cooks in any of the utensil can be used in the induction, which cannot be done in the microwave. Okay, so this is very much convenient and it's not time consuming, it is very much safe for us. So now by going through this flow chart, what we have assumed or what we have come, okay, so what we have decided or what we have concluded is that first, what a human being does, first we discover things. Okay, first we discover things, then we learn. Okay, see, if a person discovers something or get to know something, what we do, we generally learn that thing from that person and we use it in our daily life. Okay, so first is the discovery, then we learn from them, and after learning that, what do we think that how can we do that particular thing in a better way, right? How can we do that particular thing in a better way? Now, how can we do it in a better way? By improvising it. Okay, we will improvise it and we will do that particular activity in a better way. Now, done. See, last, in the previous topic also what we have learned about the natural treasure. Now everybody will come in the conclusion that, ma'am, what is natural treasure, or how can we define natural treasure? See, what is natural? See, economically beneficial material. See, whenever anything is economically beneficial, we consider that as a treasure. Okay, suppose we have got lots of diamond in our home, so we considered it as a treasure. Why? Because we can sell it and we can get lots of money from that. Similarly, the things that we get from the nature are treasure to us, because we can sell it for our beneficial and we can get lots of economy from there. Okay, so what are the natural treasure that we are having? See, there are some of the examples that I have kept for you. Fertile land. Fertile land. Why fertile land is essential? Because it is essential for the agriculture. See, previously I think you know that what is fertility. Fertility is an ability of a land to grow plant. Okay, whenever a soil is considered only fertile if it can grow plant. Now, next is the coal and petroleum. See, coal and petroleum is one of the treasure. Why? Because coal and petroleum can be used for the fuel. Okay, if we have to move or if we want to do something regarding the use of the fuel, we generally use coal and petroleum, and this is very much easily available nowadays. Okay, there are also environmental friendly examples as well, but these are the most convenient nowadays. Okay, we are trying on other options as well. Now, we have known up to this that this is natural treasure, this is how we are discovering, how we are learning. Now, in order to do all these things, what do we need? See, we need the human resource, and what is the most important human resource in the human or to us is the intelligence. Why intelligence? Because if we don't have the intelligence, what we can do? We cannot do anything. See, neither we can use the fire, nor we can use the gas oven, or whatever we are having, we cannot use it if we don't have the intelligence. So, in order to generate the man-made wealth, we need the intelligence, and that is the most important gift to us. Clear? Now, we will go to the next topic after this. Now, the next topic that we are going to start is the not written but preserved in the memory. So, what is there? We are not writing anything or recording anything, rather we are keeping it in our memory. Okay. So, that is why it is said that preserved in our memory. Okay. Now, what happened? In order to understand this topic, what we have to do? We have to learn about a small story. So, what is the story? The Shamuel got recounted an accident and he got hurt. So, there is a boy whose name is Shamuel, who has got hurt by maybe due to falling down, okay, while playing. So, now, while recounting an accident, he got hurt. He got hurt himself. Okay, so if we got hurt, what we do? We run for the medicine, right? We run for the first aid. So, now what he has done, he has visited Harun Mia. He knows herbs to cure wounds. So, what he has to, in order to get the medicine, he has got to Harun Mia, who knows lots of plants which can cure the wounds. Okay, the Harun Mia, he knows the herb to cure the plants, cure the wounds. Okay, in order to cure the wounds, he knows there is lots of he knows lots of plants. Now, what happens over here? So, this is the thing. Now, afterwards, what happened? Harun Mia gets an medicine. Okay. Now, he gets an medicine. He wrapped the wound with the cotton cloth. Now, after some time, it will happen? The Shamuel has recounted. After some time, the Shamuel has recounted what? Shamuel has recounted that this wound has been cured. Okay, because of the medicine given by the Harun Mia, this wound has been cured. Now, what kind of plant or what kind of herbs these are that can cure the wound? So, in order to know that, we know that the medicinal plant, what is medicinal plant? The plant that has the ability to cure diseases or wound. Clear? See, the plant, this kind of plants are called? These are called medicinal plants. Okay, What is medicinal plant? The plant that has the ability to cure the disease or the wound. What are the example of this medicinal plant? Tulsi, turmeric, etc. Okay. Now, Tulsi is one of the common thing that we see in our daily life, even the turmeric. Now, it is not necessary that only the leaves can cure, or only it might be any part of the plant that can cure the disease or wound. Okay. Now, what happens over here? Not sharing the information. So, Harun Mia is very much stubborn about his knowledge of medicinal plant. So, because of his stubbornness, what is happening? That the sharing of the knowledge, he does not like to share his knowledge. Okay, he is very much stubborn about his knowledge and he does not want to share it. He has got this knowledge heredity. Okay, means he has got from his father or grandfather, and his grandfather has got from his father. So, it is coming in a hereditary way. Now, hence the secret will be preserved in his memory until death. See, can you recall this? But preserved in the memory. Now, what happens over here, that the secret that he is, the secret of the medicinal plant that he is having in his memory will be there with him until that, and that information will not be spread in the among the generation or among the people around him. Okay, so it is kind of a loss for us if an important thing we don't get to know. If we don't get to know, we cannot share that information to any other person. Okay. So, hence what conclusion we have drawn from here, that the knowledge is a wealth and it is necessary to share them in order to preserve them for the longer time. If we want to preserve any of the message or any of the knowledge for the longer time, what we have to do? We have to share them. Okay. Next, the knowledge and the celebration. Knowledge is not constricted to the book and it is also present in playing the flute or the sitar. So, what we know is, in order to see, we get the knowledge not only from book. I don't think I have to tell you this, but we don't get the knowledge not only, we can get it from the sitar playing, we can get it from the flute playing. Okay, so in order, if someone plays a flute, people gathered around him, and it is same for singing and dancing. So whenever someone does any kind of performance, see, many of you are in the school, and you see in many of the cultural program what happened, that whenever anybody dance or whenever anybody sing, people gather around him. Okay, people gather around him. Why? In order to view that performance. Okay. Now, so what we have done as, because the cultural thing, this singing and dancing are so important in our life, we have merged that cultural thing with our festivals. Okay. So what is that? Therefore, we celebrate the various festival with the singing and dancing. See, in the Bengali culture, what happens during the Durga Puja? What we do? We perform a specific kind of dance in front of the goddess. Okay, that is called the Dhunuchi dance. Okay, so that happens when we are doing it with the festival. Clear? Now, the next part or the next topic of this chapter will be in the next part.
Thanks for watching. Leave a like and comment. Subscribe. And do share the video among your friends.